Good evening, guys. March 23rd, 2018. There's so much happening in the world today. It's just hard to believe. Finally, the sky is clearing up, but it is still gray. It's not a blue sky. You can barely see the stars at night. I read the stories about, before the demons took over the air, we can see the stars in color. Because I don't personally believe that they're that far away. So the solar radiation management, stratospheric aerosol injections, chemtrailing, geoengineering programs, it's chemical trailing, guys. There's chemicals in it, okay? So are still going on. So many conservatives are outraged about the Omnibus that Donald Trump signed today. How can you sign something that is so thick just so that the military can be funded now? I don't know. I think Trump is a genius. He's an incredible negotiator. I just hope that he's going to take the military and start arresting people in a military tribunal for their war crimes against the United States. And I'm talking about Soros, Clinton's, all these media giants, even Hollywood people. I'm so tired of seeing Hollywood people get chastised. If a guy's coming out with a vaccine video, next thing you know, Ashley Judd is accusing him of sexual assault. Harvey Weinstein. So you need to... I've never claimed that he's a good guy. I know he's a bad guy. But let me tell you something, Darth Vader was a bad guy. But God allowed him into heaven because he did the right thing, right in the end. And that's all that matters. You have to just join the right team. We're in the most critical point in America history, actually world history. You are living in the most amazing age that has ever existed. Books, Bibles, prophets will talk about this age for all of eternity. Who will be the right and who will be the left? And right now, the gatekeepers are pretending like they're fake prophets. They always put in false prophets. Okay, there's a lot of gatekeepers out there. So the only thing I can think of, I listened to Donald Trump's speech, and I also listened to the conservatives talking that Donald Trump will probably be impeached because of this Omnibus. The only thing I could think that Donald Trump is going to do is start a military tribunal with the money and start going after the pharmaceutical corporations and start arresting people. Believe you me, the pharmaceutical corporation is one of the greatest weapons against America that's ever been perpetrated. Drugs that the doctors don't know what's in it, but the people get completely addicted. And it weakens our humans to the point to where we don't have anybody to fight a war. You can't take a drug dealer and give him an AR-15 and say, here, go fight the devil. Okay? They don't know who the devil is and who the good guy is. They're on drugs. And also, the 5G network is continuing. Nothing's being done about this. This is mind control. This is Satan's mind control, plain and simple. I'm just going to put it in a nutshell. 57 is associated with the moon. I just did a bunch of videos about Lambert and Mary Lambert and Montgomery and Le Mans and Monsanto and Montage and Monopoly and Monarchs and Mormon and Roman. The moon is everywhere. The moon is the most powerful mind control device that God created. It is a feminine energy associated with Isis, the right brain, and it is the most powerful electromagnetic force on this earth. And they're going to create their own moon, which is 5G. Right? 57 in Gematria is Mary. Mary Magdalene, Mary Magnetic, the moon. Mary is the earth. Mary Magdalene is the moon. Jesus is the Son of God that walks on water every evening. It has a beard when it sets on the ocean. And here you go, the moon, right now. March 23rd, 2018, there is the moon. It's in what they call, I guess, a waning phase. It's not quite waxing yet. So let's go back to this Omni bill. Omni, O-M-N, M and M is 26, so that's 25. So that's O, 25, right? Which is the symbol of Y, which is man, masculine. Right? So O, the masculine, which is a Freemason symbol. It's just like putting a V in a V, Freemason symbol. 22 and 22. Okay, O is a symbol of the female, and it's just like putting the letter X, X-Men. X is 24, which is 42 backwards. Boy in gematria is 42. The letter Y is the Y chromosome of the man, 25. 2 and 5 is 7. 7 is always a symbol of the Pope, the letter P. 1 and 6 is 7. Pontius Pilate, Senator Palpatine. Okay, so pay attention. Omni and the number 9. The 9 is the 144,000. Excuse me. The 153 fish. All right, this is a symbol of the highest level of true conscience. All right, when Obama declared a war on the moon, he is going to become the moon. You understand that? 5G is the artificial intelligence moon. It will take the place of God's moon. Do you really want this to happen? I've been trying to fight to stop this from happening. All right. So this is the only thing I can think of, is that money will be used to arrest people. If we don't see some arrest after this Omni bill signed, Donald Trump's done. The conservatives are done. The House will be taken over by Republican Democrats, and of course you got bad Republicans too. I am sure that Hillary Clinton and George Soros and Bill Clinton and the Bush family probably had an orgasm over this signing. They think they've got us. I feel a disturbance in the force when this thing is signed. It is, Satan is going, yes, I am going to take control of this earth. The lake of fire, which is the cell towers microwaving the planet. Microwave radiation is fire, by the way. The Towers of Babel, we know that CNN, Sin, and Senators, it's all about Babel. The elect, those are not God's elect, trust me. That's Satan's elect. And it's associated with intellect. Intellect is right brain. Intelligence is left brain. It will be artificial intelligence. It won't even be your real left brain. It will be controlled by electromagnetic scalar tetra technology, voice to skull technology. Your brain is a receiver and a sender, guys. And yes, you might say, yes, I have free will, but let me tell you something. The system of 5G is going to be monitored by the Chinese. And if you reject their Orwellian, Plato, the parable of the cave mentality, you will be killed. Simple as that, just like China does. That's why Apple, remember Eve bites the apple? The apple is the wave, the serpent. Microwaves go just like this. Matter of fact, it's a slow vibration. It looks like a serpent. Remember, God's waves are high frequencies. Ra, Isis, Ra, and electricity is the Holy Land, right? Isis is the female, Ra is the male, and that creates Elohim, electricity. But Elohim can be God of the right or God of the left. We've been fighting this war to take people to the right hand of God instead of the left. The Democrats are obviously the left, and of course we got a lot of betraying Republicans that are also pretending to be the right, and they're not really the right. Like Paul Ryan, for example. Just to name one. Okay. He's a Jew that calls himself a Jew that's not really a Jew. Jew is J10, east and west, left and right brain balanced. That means the right brain controls the left. And that, remember, a dog, all dogs go to heaven. Dog is, in gematria is God backwards. They are strictly right-brained. You understand this? They're spiritual. The only way to go to heaven is through the right brain. And you've got Democrats, demons, that are claiming that they're liberal left, Lamb of God's, Lambert. All right? All right. If you don't see, after this Omnibus, a military tribunal starting arrest and trial pharmaceutical corporations, and Trump needs to act fast, he can be impeached. I saw that Omnibus. It's so thick. He even claimed that he didn't even read it. He said he'll never sign another one like it. Yeah, because he will probably be impeached because of that Omnibus. Unless he starts arresting people. It's the only thing I can say that can stop the Democrats from controlling the House. And he needs to arrest them for military crimes. They can arrest them for the geoengineering programs, crimes against humanity. And you can hang these people for this. They've killed... Do you know respiratory illness is the number one? They've killed millions of people. Just respiratory illness, breathing this shit is killing people. The flu, there it is right there, weakening the immune system. You can arrest them for the flu. You can arrest them for barbiturates. You can arrest them for these opioids. What these demons killed my daughter. These Antifa agents, that's how they killed my daughter. Opioids. Who makes them? Bill Clinton in Afghanistan. Okay, there's a way to arrest these people. And you can stop it. You can even arrest the military people that have been running these projects. Okay? I don't think that... I think that all you need to do is arrest the top people, period. Or you can do what they call CAT scan. I highly advise this, okay? You run a CAT scan on their brain, and you can tell if they're lying or not. Matter of fact, you can do that from the cell towers, right? The cell towers are just like CAT scans. It's called brain mapping. So you can tell when somebody's lying through the electromagnetic CAT scanning, right? So we can do this. We can make the FBI people take it. And, you know, it should be a mandatory thing. If you're against the United States, we can have a series of questions. I can make up the questions in no time, and we can start questioning police and military and senators and politicians and say, hey, are you against God's law? Are you against the Constitution? And if they fail the test, then they should not be in office. You understand that? Now, they do this to our work. In other words, our police have to pass a test in order to become police, but they have to be left brain in order to become police. They have to be satanic. Previous crimes, no problem. They just have to be able to be willing to kill their own people and shoot them. That's one of the... So they have tests. The left has a test. The devil has tests. We need to have tests, right? Now, we can also do these tests on these Antifa people, okay? If these Antifa people, and we ask them questions, have you killed anybody with directed energy technology, scalar technology? Has anybody committed suicide that you were watching, that you were assigned to? These people should be hung for that. Now, I agree that the person doing it, that was assigned to it, the lower level, no, they shouldn't be hung. They should be punished. But the people that were running these operations... These private security corporations, which are mostly ex-police officers, I don't think they should be hung, but they should not be able to associate with society, and they should be put in a mental ward for what they did. Take Judith Iscariot taking money and committing crimes against humanity. Judith Iscariot was mentally ill to do something like that. And we got to fix it. And stop calling us people that are trying to fight for the Constitution, Republic of America. God bless America. God bless this world. God bless Christians and Jews all over the world. Real spiritual people. God bless the truthers. We were in it for all the right reasons, and they were not. I love you all. Pray for Donald Trump. I pray for him every day. I pray that he does the right thing.